Just a second, guys. I'm getting the stream just figured out here. I'm gonna just put some music on for the background. And 1 second, how do I do that? So is it this? That one? Sure. All right. Testing the audio, 1, 2. Okay, welcome. Hi, everyone. And here we are. So I thought this would be a fun idea to work on here. I was going to do a standalone video and edit it all together and put it all together, but I think it would be fun. Hey, Asterisks, good to see you. So, yeah, I thought it'd be fun to just hang out with people because I didn't live stream last week. I've been so busy with work. So I thought it'd be fun, just a good chance to hang out, and we could chat while we throw out some fun ideas here. So what I'm going to do today is design the worst possible controller we can think of. Hey, LNK, good to see you. And I want to try to design this controller in a way to where if I wanted to 3D print it, I could send it over to my 3D printer. So, all right, how's everyone doing? Hey, hello to Brazil from Australia. So, how is everything in Brazil? What time is it in Brazil right now? It is 10:04 in the morning in Australia. So, hello. It's so interesting. I really enjoy hearing about the culture of video gaming in Brazil over the past few decades. You know, which consoles were very prevalent, which consoles remained active, and they kept manufacturing and producing more. I always find that very interesting. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Oh, it's nighttime. All right, it's 21:04. I see. So, yeah. Well, it's not too late at night. Probably, decent time for just a relaxing hangout session and some fun while we make up a fun controller. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to define a cube. I'm not going to worry about the UVs or anything like that. This isn't for a video game. I thought this would just be fun for us to hang out. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be 10 centimeters or 10 millimeters. I'm not sure what my dimensions are in right now. And honestly, I don't actually know how to check that right now, because I never use Autodesk in that way. Whenever I need to do accurate measurements, I always use other programming. I'm gonna check the internet. Let's go ahead and see what let's see what the N64 dimension controllers are. N64 controller dimensions. What I want to do today is come up with the least ergonomic, the least practical controller, and the least comfortable controller possible. So let's see. It says, okay, 160 millimeters depth. So it's a height of, okay, 152 millimeters, a width of 160. Width of 160, right? So, all right. If the width is 160, let's go ahead and put 16. Oh man, I've got the wrong keyboard here. Okay, so we're gonna do 16. And it says the height is 100 and... That's tall, right? Man, the 64 was such a weird controller. Carl, hey, good to see you. Thanks. Keep up the good work. Have a great night and stream. Thanks, I appreciate that. Thanks for the well wishes. Take care. I hope you have a good night as well. Well, this kind of says... Oh, you know what? You know why it's so tall, though? It's because the legs, the arms, I don't even know what you're supposed to call them on the handles, the N64 handles, and the depth of 66. That doesn't sound right, because that is going to end up looking a little something like this. Okay, It's up ways. I want to lay it flat. Let's go ahead and do it again. I want to lay it flat, so it makes more sense, you know? Alright, so I'm kind of thinking height. Okay, let's go ahead and switch these around. Okay, so our depth divisions, let's just go ahead and make it even, right? So we have something to work with. We'll go 8, 8, 48. That's going to be ridiculous. Alright, here we go. Yeah, okay, that's fine, and we can subdivide as need be. Is that going to make it difficult for me? Is it? That height, there's too much going on with the height. Okay. So on the height, let's go ahead and knock that down to 3. And the height divisions, let's go ahead and make that 4. Alright, let's see what it looks like. You know what, let's work with this. Okay, this is our starting point here. We are making use of Switch controller or the N64 one. Well, here's the thing. My thought process is we're pretending we're going to make this for the Switch. We're pretending this is a Switch controller, but I'm drawing inspiration from the N64 in how cumbersome and unruly it was. I described the N64 controller as unruly, and that's how I would call it. So I was up late last night. I was up until about 2:30 working on Game Gear development. I was able to acquire a Game Gear recently, and I'm waiting for parts to be delivered. I just have to repair it. Every Game Gear you find out in the wild, 90% of them are going to be broken. Okay, so let's put some handles on this guy. But here's what I'm thinking, right? You know the N64 had 3 handles on it, but I want something worse than that. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about a controller that is spread out more, is more wide, you know, so you kind of... We don't want a good controller. We're making the worst possible one. So I'm kind of thinking of a form factor that would be bad, you know? So right off the bat, we've had a number of boomerang designs in the past. Let's go ahead and I was doing some development for SMS, like the PS3 boomerang, right? PS3 boomerang controller. Let's have a look at the form factor for that. Right. Oh, look at that, friend. Wow. That's a controller. Okay. So are we role-playing controllers? Yes, that is exactly. Yeah, I heard that in Brazil they love GTA San Andreas. I heard the Mega Drive was very popular there for way longer than everywhere else in the world. And that's so fascinating to me. And also, I'm a little bit jealous because I gave away my Genesis when I was a kid. I gave it to one of my friends. I always wanted another one, but then I didn't. By the time that happened, nobody cared about Genesis, so I couldn't get another one. Let's see here. Okay, that's kind of what I want something weird like that. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking off the bat. I'm thinking we're gonna go. I'm thinking we need to rotate this, and I'm just saying the chat. I'm gonna have to move the chat window a little bit. I may need to move it around from place to place. Let's go ahead. And hang on, guys. Let me just move this. What? Chat. Okay, that's probably a way better place to put that. Okay, block it down. Alright, so I'm kind of thinking, right? Which mouse am I looking at? Okay, tool settings. Uh-oh. What happened? My capture card suddenly was fine, but now it has huge lag. It has huge input lag. That's not great. I'll just look at the actual laptop screen here on the side then. Okay, so symmetry settings. We're going to go Object X, so anything that we transform on one side will be mirrored to the other side. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, that's so awful. Could you imagine? That's already got some Mad Catz energy. I'm saying it right now. Tectoy is announced a project called Scenic. Still no one knows if it's related to Zeebo. Oh, that would be so... You don't know what the Zeebo is. The Zeebo? Is that Brazil exclusive or South America exclusive? it had Resident Evil 4, so it's good enough for me. That's pretty great. Didn't it have... It was one of the first consoles that had a digital-only store or something to that effect? Hey, Elenon, good to see you. Today we are just gonna make the weirdest, worst controller we can. So what I'm actually gonna do is turn on soft selection, so that's actually going to sort of smoothen out any sort of deformation and transforming I do with the vertices. It'll just make it a little smoother. See how it's going smoothly? So here's what I'm kind of thinking, right? I want it to fan out a little bit, not for any good reason. Here's what I'm thinking. Oof, we gotta do something about the shoulder shape as well. So I'm kind of thinking your hands, right? Alright, soft selection here. Dial that on down. Let's turn the soft selection off. Okay. Okay, at least we're rounded up top now on our controller. Okay, so here's... Oh man, okay. We're going to use the extrude tool now. I want to get handles on this, but I want to put the handles in the worst possible places, right? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? And you guys are free to chuck in if you guys have any recommendations or ill wishes. Let them be known, and you can. This is a group project. This is absolutely a community effort. If you guys want to see something in this controller, just say it. This controller is for the people. This controller is made by the people, for the people. Hey, Elbow America, it's awesome. Good to see you, man. How are you? Good to see you. Today I'm trying to make the most trash controller possible. Alright, we're going to use the extrude tool here. Let's see. Oh man, I'm on animation here. Mesh, extrude. Mesh tool, extrude. You know, I really should be using Blender, but I don't know how to use Blender. And I should be using Blender because if I did that, then I can share that process with all of you. And I try to use software that, at least on the live stream, stuff that is free so that other people can use the software and then they can also learn how to use it. That's why I use Sculptress. And I was going to use Sculptress for this, but then I decided to use Maya because it's better for non-organic things. Sculptress and 3D sculpting is better for inorganic... I said that backwards. Sculpting is better for organic material, while Maya, for me personally, is better for non-organic material, things that are mechanical. So, object, I want to change that to component. There we go. So, alright, so already we got a nice vibe going on here with this controller arm sticking out really far. Let's go ahead and wind up that soft selection. I think that I might have dialed it up a little too far. Alright. Don't forget about Everybody Hates Chris TV show. I'm not sure what that one is. Hello America, you recommend the GG? Well, here's the thing, right? I'm making games for every console, and it's basically just for fun. You know, the Game Gear stuff isn't going to take a whole heap of my time. I get a lot of requests from people to make things like Dreamcast and whatnot. And for me, it's kind of a wish fulfillment, because I grew up with the Dreamcast, so it's a bit of a wish fulfillment for me. I just want to see a game for that console, you know? Alright, here's what I'm kind of thinking as well. We're going to have two arms in the middle, but I didn't leave myself enough stuff there, man. Okay. I needed another section. That's a little bit problematic. I'm kind of wondering if I can cheese it. You know how in games, sometimes they're too annoying to figure out the real solution, so you kind of cheese it with like physics, like backflipping up a wall. I'm gonna try that right now. Instead of doing it the right way, I'm gonna cheese it, and we're gonna see what happens here. Yeah, you know, I know that not a lot of people are really into the Game Gear, and I know that, you know, there's only a small portion of people that are playing homebrew games have the flashcards. But I'm kind of hoping by doing that, more people will take an interest in the Game Gear itself. And it does suck because every Game Gear is broken. You have to repair the Game Gears by replacing the caps. But you know, I'm not interested. I'm not that interested in doing what's popular and what everyone else is doing. I'm kind of, you know, I've always been about doing my own thing. Can I? Dang it! Dang it! Dang it, Bobby! All right, we need to split that somehow. Okay. I need to get, because I want 4 arms total on this thing. If it's not going to work out, then I'll just live with whatever I get. But I would like 4 arms to make it as bad as possible. Hold on. And you mentioned N64. I'm getting an N64. A buddy of mine isn't using his, so he's going to bring it over. And I've ordered flashing cartridges so I can make N64 games. The point of the project is to make it a horrible, good, both, or whatever. Horrible. It's supposed to be the worst controller possible. Hey, Doomarine, good to see you. A huge fan to keep you cool. Yes! I like that. This is what we're all about. Okay, so we got to put a fan on this guy, which is good. Furry File, hey, good to see you. Man, have you heard about the news of Little Big Planet? I haven't. I have not. So what was that? That actually looks suspiciously like the original NX device with the 2 joysticks. Oh, you know, it'd be sick if this thing could like come apart. Jerrel, I don't hate you, but you lie and gaslight a lot. Well, what is that in reference to? Do you guys remember the rock, paper, scissors Sega character? Not sure. There are many modded GG with OLED and lithium. I've seen the kits. I've ordered a capacitor repair kit to fix a friend's Game Gear, and he's getting the screen. He's going to order a screen and I'll replace like an IPS. So here's the thing, right? Being a YouTuber is such a unique set of skills and experience, and it's an intention. Like, you set out to entertain, and you have to be very good at it. You have to work with YouTube's system, and you have to present your entertainment in a way that is it adheres to the audience expectations, the YouTube culture, and I don't aim to do that because I'm not good at that. I don't have those skills. I'm not that kind of sort of whatever I'm doing here. It's not a YouTube thing. I'm not good at YouTube. So I just tell people, look, I'm just a dude. And I think some people subscribe because naturally you see someone on YouTube and you're like, yeah, cool, a YouTuber. Guys, I suck at YouTube. I'm not good at following the YouTube expectations and algorithms and rules. So that's why I say I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not good at it. Here, I'm just sort of gabbing away here. I want to so I cheated on that. That was a really crappy way to do that. So here in the chat, does anyone, okay, here in the chat, what consoles do you guys use right now that are not modern? Like, what are the legacy consoles that you guys are using right now? We're all YouTubers, even Newbin. Cool. I mean, yeah, we're making stuff. Like, if you guys are focusing on it and doing it full time, then I would say, you know, like, if you are setting out to create entertaining content on YouTube, then you're YouTubers. I suck too much at it, you know. And I'm not setting out really to create the sort of entertainment, which is dumb, right? Like, if you're making YouTube stuff. It was really here just for me to hang out with people in my community that were enjoying my stuff. And that's really, you know, this is the only opportunity I have to tell people about my games. You're a musician. I do like your music, though. You know, I appreciate that. It's not smart to say that you're not good at something. I think I'm just an average, very, like, it frustrates me as a musician to feel as average as I am, because you want to, when you do something, you want to be the best that you can at it. And I always try to push and do more and be better. But I think I'm, you shouldn't say that. As a YouTuber, you have to have a sense of braggadocio, right? Like, you have to instill that confidence. But because I'm not a YouTuber, I can be honest with you guys and say, like, look, I'm just a very average musician. There are people that are way, way better at it than me. And once a week I go to the cancer hospital and I play music there, and it's not like I'm a big professional musician. I go there because the people at the cancer hospital, they're going through a tough time. This is the most, difficult time in their life. And I volunteer once a week with a buddy of mine, and we just play music in the lobby. So when patients come down to take a break from their room, when their families and friends pass through the lobby, they hear our music, and it puts a smile on their face, and it cheers them up, for a couple minutes out of their day. And it's the worst. No one wants to have to go to the cancer hospital, and it's a part of life, and it really sucks. And to me, if I can use my music for things like that, then that's what I want to do with my music, And I feel like at least I'm good enough as a musician to be able to do that, to share music with people, even if I'm not the greatest at it. But it's cool going there once a week, and you get people that are like, thanks so much for playing music. If you play a song somebody likes, it'll cheer them up if they recognize the song. And then, I'll get people, that'll say, like, oh, I'm here, I'm taking my friend to chemo today, and this and that. And it's kind of rough, but I think it's your job to just, if you can, just cheer people up. You have to keep a smile on your face, because it gets quite difficult, And I've had family and friends that have gone through all of that. You lose people to cancer. And so, I just want to do something. I would like to do something to at least make it a little better for someone else, And it's scary. Like, the people that you love, you have no idea if they're going to survive their battle, It sucks. So, and I'm not rich, I'm not Bill Gates or Elon Musk. I can't donate a bunch of money. It's frustrating, but I can donate my time at least. So I'm kind of thinking what would be really great is if this guy was off at a bad angle. This is gonna be great. We gotta get that fan in there as well. Yo, man. I'm just wearing work clothes. A lot of us have worked in crappy corporate jobs, with crappy corporate America. I mean, why did I say that? Just a weird catchphrase that I said, corporate America. But I've worked in jobs that I liked less, and I dressed professionally for those jobs. And this is a job that I care about, and hanging out with you guys here, that's part of my job as well, and I take that seriously. And I think of it as, if I'm gonna dress properly for a job that I hate, working in like corporate and office and whatnot, then I'll dress, professionally for this job, because I care about this. I care about hanging out with you guys and making stuff. Imagine if you press a button on that controller and it just reveals more buttons and handles. A slide-out tray. Yes, we're putting a slide-out tray on this bad boy. Hold on. Oh, man. Okay, we gotta work that in. How is that going? Okay, do you want a slide-out tray or like something that folds out? Let me know, Red Panda. You ever goof on the Cancer Patients 3 song? I'm not sure what that song is. We play like old-time fiddle tunes. My mate plays the banjo. The control is Iron Man armor. Yeah, I'm a big Iron Man guy. I never watched the cartoon in the 90s, but I'm all about the Iron Man in the MCU. I really like that. Sorry if I think when I read the comment, I thought something when it was order. Sorry. Serious question. Did you pay for that software? This one? Well, it's very expensive software, and you can trial it, but then you have to pay for it afterwards. And this is old software that they don't support anymore. It's very old. All of my stuff is old. I buy the old software, and I'm kind of a cheapskate. I don't buy the new stuff because I don't like the subscription stuff. I don't like having to pay over and over again. So I bought all my stuff years ago, and it's old software, and I mean, that's kind of embarrassing, right? To sort of be a cheapskate about it, but I'm kind of a cheapskate that way. If you look at all the software that I use, it's from 2016, 2019. It's expensive. I don't want to have to keep paying, you know, every year. So I don't update my stuff. My my Microsoft Word is old. My Photoshop, my Premiere is old. It's a little embarrassing, but you know. We aren't making a troll, we're making a body. So I want the fan. I want to. Here's the thing, though, right? The fan. I've seen fans in other controllers before. I don't think they placed them in a good spot, so I want it front and center. This is going to be a real good fan here. Nice front and center. Yeah, I kind of got I was a little ticked off by the when I did the Kickstarter, because again, I'm not a professional Kickstarter. I don't think I'm good at that sort of thing as well. Um, and I was ticked off, and I think some of my negativity came through on that as well, because there was like 3 or 4 weeks where I didn't get to go to the hospital, and I say that like that's, you know, it's like a, it sounds entitled when I say that like I didn't get to. I chose to not go to the cancer hospital to play music because the Kickstarter campaign was so demanding, you know, and I made that choice, and then I was ticked off at myself for that, and I was kind of thinking like, that's so stupid and selfish. Like, why did I make that decision? So I was ticked off at myself for doing that, and I think some of my negativity went through into the Kickstarter because of that. Because I would have much rather preferred go to the hospital and do something, you know, that helps somebody. Okay. We gotta put a fan. That's our fan, right? Okay. Okay. This is our fan. No, I kind of think it needs to extend out the back. Dude, you're so cool under pressure, I'll give you that. I don't know about that. I'm just a dude. I'm just such a... Here's the thing about making YouTube, like, I feel like I'm disappointing people because I'm the most boring person that anyone's ever met. And that's why I feel weird about doing YouTube, because people on YouTube, people make YouTube stuff to entertain people, to have fun, and do what you want. I'm the most boring person you've ever met. I'm sorry about that. John Lester and Joe Granado are Kickscam pros. I'll look them up. John Lester, Joe Granado. John Lester. Okay, I got John Lester. It's not this professor, is it? Kickstarter. I'll look it up later. John Lester is raising funds. Is this the... Oh, I've seen this game for Sydney Henderson. That's rad. I have seen this. I have seen that. That's rad. Oops, sorry guys, I bumped the mic. It's in a bad spot. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, let's start putting the cool stuff on here. I'm sort of lagging behind here. I kind of want a wheel. I want a stupid wheel on this thing. So let's put something dumb on here. These cap divisions. We want to be able to smoothen that out, right? My mistake. I made it real tall. I didn't check the height there. Let's make that 2. Fire. John Lester, Sydney Hunter. That's rad. I haven't... 40,000 for NES cart and you never delivered? Oh, that sucks, dude. Do you know how easy it is to produce an NES cart? They make flashers. You can buy cheap repro carts. You can buy a flasher online. They're very common. I mean, not very common. You know, you can get them right now. And you can make an NES cart. It's not that hard. I didn't change that. There should be a cup holder. Red Panda. You know what? I think Red Panda's going to be voted new Nomura today. So Red Panda, we're going to work on the fold-out tray, and we're going... Alright. I'm kind of thinking let's put a wheel here. Yes. There's a wheel. There's a wheel there. All right, cup holder. Let me get one of these. No, I think I want a tube. That is a ring. Let's go ahead and make a tube here. Tube. Pipe. Pipe is what it's called. Laying some pipe here. All right, we got to taper this guy. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of thinking we can put the cup holder back here. Cup holder. Nice. I like that. What is retro VGS? What is that? John Lester was involved with retro. He was involved with the Chameleon? Aw, dude, that sucks. That was a massive scam, wasn't it? The Chameleon? What a bummer. I mean, for anyone that hasn't seen it, I'll just punch it up. I'll look up the retro VGS because I don't know what that is. Retro VGS. Is that a dip? Oh, I saw it. I saw it on Indiegogo. Oh no, it's the Jaguar shell. Oh man, it's the Jaguar shell. Video unavailable, dude. Come on, dude. What's up with that? Chameleon. Dang, man. Chameleon console. That sucks, because, you know, I think the idea behind it could be cool, you know. But, sucks. It sucks that it didn't work out. I'm going to turn off symmetry for our cup holder while I go ahead and taper it, because the cup holder's got to taper, right? So I'm thinking a little something like that. And we need it to attach to the console, so we're going to use the extrude tool here. Alright. Mesh tools, extrude. And I get lost in the sauce here. I need to drink my coffee is what I need. We're doing this the most janky way possible, guys. This is it. You know, it'd be baddest if the cup holder had buttons on it. Red Panda, I will get to your tray with buttons on it. I'm just kind of wondering where I'm going to make the tray pop out. So I need to cut a hole for the fan. This is the cup holder. I think it might need to be a little shorter overall. Vertex. What have I done? Component, whirl. There we go. So, yeah. Alright, we got our cup holder there. Cool, cool, cool. See, I'm kind of thinking if it's tapered, you can put a brew in there, you know? But if you get Cheeto dust, your can's probably going to slide through there. Let's make Sungran creepypastas. Sungran.exe. That's inherent. Alright, so let's go ahead. I want people to know that's a fan, so I'm going to cut the hole. I'm going to cut a hole in that right now so people know for a fact that's a fan. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a tube. Height, something like that. Height, 10, 20. What's going on here, man? Oh, I'm doing divisions. I was putting that in divisions there. Action. Axis. We're gonna make that. We'll make it smooth. 25. Alright, let's cut a fan hole here. You hate the saint act. I never said I was a saint, you know. I just feel that you treat people with respect, and that's all I really care about. Let's see. Base. Foster's, Tim Tams. Um, I don't know. I don't know that many people that actually eat Tim Tams. They're, you know, they're pretty good, but they're kind of like, you know, like a stereotype. No one really cares. So here's the thing. I'm gonna share advice with you guys because I'm such a nice guy. This is real advice. I'm gonna share it with you. Real Australians don't drink Fosters. We tell people from other countries we drink Fosters so that when people come here, they don't drink the good beer. They drink the Fosters, which is the shit beer. No self-respecting Australian drinks Fosters. We made that up for you guys. So that's my advice with you. That's, you know, because I'm so nice, I'm going to share that with you. But real Aussies drink VB or Coopers. VB is Victoria Bitters. You like Outback Steakhouse? No. I had it once here and it was overpriced and it sucked. It was the worst restaurant I've ever eaten at. Shrimp on the Barbie. Look, we get a lot of shrimp here. It's good. Yeah. What's common though is that we'll have shrimp, but they're kind of cooked, but then like refrigerated, so they're cold, and then you have it for lunch. You know, that's the Aussie way to have it. I can't even remember the last time I was anywhere in Australia where we threw a shrimp on the Barbie. So we're going to use. This is cool. That's a cool tool. You know, you can abuse that power and use it too much and then really mess something up. But you know what? It's a pretty cool tool. So that is difference, and it subtracts one object from another, which is pretty sweet. You can make cool shapes with it pretty easily, or you can mess up your model really badly. So there's that. So. We're gonna smoothen that out because that's looking, it's a little bit jacked up in there, a little bit. All right. No, this thing has to have edges. Of course, it's the worst controller. Jerrel isn't going to break character. He's too scared. See, that's the thing. That's why I'm such a bad candidate for YouTube, because I don't have a character. The what sells on YouTube, especially online, is a character. People want a persona. They want a character, and I don't have that. And that's kind of why I mean, that's a big reason why I'm just not a good fit for being a YouTuber. And that means that any kind of criticism that I receive, you know, people have their YouTube persona, and then they're protected by that. They're like, oh, someone's criticizing me, but they're not, you know, attacking me. They're attacking the persona. Whereas I don't have that. So any kind of criticism I get, it's directly aimed at me. And you just got to deal with it, man. That's just how it is. You dress like that every day for work if I'm on camera, yeah. Otherwise, it's just plaid shirts. I don't discuss politics, man. You know what? My view is you support whoever you want, and I respect you for it. I'm not going to question you for your beliefs. Support who you want, man. Believe in what you want. Do the religion that you want. I'm not going to ask you about it. I'm not going to ask you to justify it. You do what you want, man. I'm kind of I'm non-political. I really don't give a shit. It's not my problem. It's none of my business, so I don't really care. So we go like that. And I don't follow politics, so I'm not in the right position to say anything. I really don't care. Because I'm too busy trying to get my work done, that I don't have time for politics, man. I'm kind of thinking, look, I want to put some placeholder buttons in here. Right, 0.1. No, I'm serious. Like, I'm not saying, you know, oh, I'm trying to please people and say whatever. My favorite activity when I'm not working, and I don't really get to do this in the States because it's not really part of the culture in Australia, so it's usually when I'm back in the States. My favorite thing to do is just getting in a car and driving and just finding dive bars. I like hanging out at just old gold mining towns, which is very common in California. And I mostly hang out in like pioneer towns in the mountains in California, the Sierra Nevadas and whatnot. I do a lot of camping around and driving around. And I just like hanging out with strangers at bars and having a drink, man, and just hanging out. And I don't care about anyone's politics. I don't care what they like or don't like. It's cool with me, man. Hey, Painbow, fellow human, good to see you. Have you seen what the PSN account link requirements have done to Helldivers 2, and do you have any thoughts on it? I haven't. I haven't. Pull up to Pembroke Pines, I'll buy you a beer. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's so cool, man, just driving around and find cool little towns. I hate eating at places like McDonald's and, you know, like that kind of thing. I hate that. I like finding the little Mon Pod diners that are just, you know, like run by families and whatnot. And I like supporting those places because you get to hang out with real people, you get to have real food. So when I'm in the States, you know, seeing family and friends, I basically never eat fast food. I'm always looking for little diners, just places to hang out. I like roadhouses and you know, little saloons that you find here and there. This is the best city in America. Pembroke Pines? I think I'm harshing the vibe here with the music. It's from Silver Falls, the horror series, so I don't know. Let's just go to that. Let me know if the music's ever too loud. Oh, yeah, you know what? I put this as a placeholder, but I'm kind of thinking it'd be great if these buttons were, like, stuck out real bad. Oh! I just realized these could be at an angle like that. Hell yeah. So what? Okay, so what happened? What happened? Hold on, I'll look that up. PSN account requirement Helldivers 2. I haven't heard of it. PSN Helldivers 2 account requirement. What have you done, people? What have you done? Helldivers 2 players on Steam will be required to connect their Steam account. What the hell, dude? What if you don't have a PlayStation account but you use Steam? What the hell is that? Am I reading that right? So you have it on Steam, but then you have to get a PlayStation Network account to use it on Steam. Is that... What the hell? Oh yeah, we gotta have different hide buttons, man. We gotta channel that Mad Catz energy. Aussies love milkshakes. Am I supposed to play that, the clip, my milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard? I think a real YouTuber would have that on a soundboard and they'd hit that. Avoid Smash JT. What did he do wrong? I've seen a couple of his videos. Game review stats overwhelmingly positive, mostly negative. Why would you do that, man? Why would you force Steam players to have... These are so jacked up. You know what we need? We need, like, volume sliders. We need dials. Let's put some dials here as well. That's messed up, man. Why would you do that? That's so crap. Alright, so with divisions, I'm kind of thinking 3. Height divisions, 1. Depth divisions, 1. Width. I'm, like, Rain Manning it right now. I got math in my head. When really, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to scale it anyway. Okay, here we go. Depth 3. I'm gonna shape some I don't even know what to call it. Some troughs, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna put a slider in here. You know, like on the old Genesis had a volume slider. I'm gonna put that on here. So, I don't know. You guys are calling me like this saint or whatever, and like I'm too nice. So, I make an effort to be as good as I can to people because in the past you know, you sort of make mistakes when you're growing up, right? Especially when you're a teenager. And there were moments, and you don't learn this until later on in life, but I made a number of mistakes with, like, my close friends that I grew up with, and I didn't realize that I was just being a total asshole. Like, I was just being really crappy, and I was just a really bad friend. And stuff like that sticks with me as an adult, where I can't, sometimes I just think about, I really messed up. I did a shitty job being a friend, you know. And that sort of stuff sort of stuck with me. And these days it's kind of like, it's not my place to bring negativity on anyone. And it's like, I don't ever want to make a mistake again where I just made someone's life worse because I was, you know, not just shitty, but, you know, like, didn't pay attention to what was going on, and I was kind of really crappy. And that sort of thing shaped me more and more as I grew up. So, you know, that's really where it comes from. And I just want to treat people with respect, because, and it's not because I'm religious, like, oh, God told me to treat people with respect. And it's not because, oh, my dad was a good man, so I want to be, you know, a good man too. It's not because of that. I want to treat people with respect because it's what I choose to do, and that's it. There's no other reasoning behind it. That's all it is. I choose to do it. Let's go ahead and grab this guy. This is going to be our... We're going to put 2 volume sliders on here, and it's up to the developers to decide what the volume sliders are going to do. We're going to put 2 of them, so it's kind of like hard to keep track of which one's which. All right. Object. Hey, you checking out? Are you leaving? All right. If you're heading out, Albo, take it easy, man. Take care. Good to see you. Real Bob. Look, I don't have problems with anyone. I think you guys, it's cool that you guys came here to hang out. You know, it's fun to just chat with people. It's the internet, man. We're all here to have fun. We're here just to hang out, and that's what I'm here to do. I just want to have fun. Because look, this job that I'm doing, I'm running my own business. And it kind of sucks because I don't get to hang out with people. It's really boring. So being able to hang out with people on the internet is just fun. It's really cool. So, yeah. I appreciate you guys just hanging out and chatting, because it's really fun for me. Otherwise, my day kind of sucks because I don't get to hang out with people. Sony died when it moved to the States. Is Sony, are they doing most of their stuff out of the States now? Because they used to be, like, more based in Japan, right? Sony sees Independent Studio Game of the Year candidate. I'm gonna make it a... Oh, you know, it'd be so funny. So, like, okay, I'm kind of thinking of the Genesis knob as, like, tapered, right? Not a knob, the slider. But I'm thinking it'd be funny if this knob was a circle, like a sphere, because then it'd be really, like, crappy. It'd be stupid if it was, like, a ball. So that's what I'm thinking here. So the slider... That's so dumb. Well, no, we got to get Red Panda's tray and more buttons are going to slide out. Ellen on the end. I hang out with my chickens and goats every morning and evening to relax and feed them. I hang out with my dogs, but one of my dogs he runs over and then he'll fart. He'll just drop the worst dog fart you've ever smelled. And then he'll just leave. And it's kind of like, thanks, dude. That's cool. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I hope that's on camera. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like chickens. It's the smell. I'm gonna tell you guys something that I haven't told anyone. So when I was growing up in California, my dad raised chickens, and for some reason, he had one chicken. Oh, that's awful. I think I might just do that. Oh, that's bad. Yeah. For some reason, my dad kept a chicken in a box in the bathroom. And it stank because the chicken crap had nowhere to go. He didn't clean out the box, and it was there for months. And I think he was trying to make this chicken like angry because he was going to use it for chicken battles with his buddies. So he's keeping this chicken in the bathroom. He's trying to make it angry, and you're there like trying to use the bathroom, and the chicken sticks its head out the box and it's staring at you. It's already unsettling, and it's the worst smell. I've never smelled anything this bad in my life because he's not cleaning out the box, so it's just full of crap. And that really, I've just got a negative vibe towards chickens. So, you know, I respect people who own chickens and they raise them and they, you know, but for me, I think chickens are not for me anymore. I kind of hate when Maya does that. What are we designing here? Oh, Painbow, if you just checked in, we're designing the worst possible controller. This is, what am I doing? So I'm kind of like channeling Mad Cat's energy. You know, like, the crappy controllers that we used to get in the 90s, and then when your friend comes over, you give them the crappy controller. We're doing that. Object reset orientation position. Closest point. Nah, that's all right. Rest in peace, Tanuki and Danny the Black Dog. Who are they? Bestiality is legal in Australia? I don't know. I don't know. I've got no idea. You know, maybe I'm a little bit hypocritical because I always say like, oh, do what you want and be yourself. But there's certain things where it's like, yeah, we're gonna draw the line there. You can't be doing that. And that's one of the places where I draw the line is, yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. All right. I'm kind of thinking that's a pretty bad place to have a slider. So cool. All right, great. We're gonna duplicate that. Remember, we need 2 sliders. You know, it'd be like 90s energy. Offset them. Yep. There we go. That's some 90s energy right there. Oh, they gotta be tapered. Yep. That's so crap. This is ugly. This is so ugly. Nice. Yeah. Sweet. Needs an iron sight style reticle in the big opening on top. Yes. All right. Good. 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 We're gonna put an iron sight on that guy. So that's a fan. I gotta put a fan in there. I gotta put in the effort to make fan blades. Hold on. It's like a good. Okay, hold on. Iron sights. I want to make sure, like I want to make sure the shape looks good. All right. Hold on. We're gonna go for like that sort of thing here. Do you intend to export the controller as FBX or OBJ? I want to add it to the project. I'll do it as an FBX. I'll give this out if anyone wants it. I'm gonna give it out. It's a nightmare, but yeah. All right, let's go ahead and just. So let me look at this reference image. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking a block. I'm gonna make a block with 3 sections, 3 and 3, a height. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Sick. So I want to hear, so you guys in the chat, did anyone ever have like a Mad Catz controller for a console? For me, it was the PlayStation 1. I had a Mad Catz, it was clear blue, and this thing was huge, right? It's this massive controller, and it was the lightest controller I've ever held. It was like the weight of an NES controller, but it was for the PlayStation. And I tried to be a good host, like when friends came over, I would say like, oh, you can use the good controller, I'll use the Mad Catz one. But there's certain moments, man, where it's kind of like you just, if it was like Tekken or something, I would take the good controller because I'm not gonna lose in Tekken. So I'd give my friends the blue controller, and I would say, oh no, this one's better because it's got turbo, man. The turbo's really good. So. Let's see. Jerrel, will you develop your shovelware for Amico home? Look, if for some reason, I jokingly said, oh hey, let me sign up to make a game for the Amico. It's an app, right? It's just an app now. And if they signed me up, like, no joke, I would make some shovelware for it, yeah. I wouldn't make a good game, like I wouldn't purposefully. The stuff that I make, I set out, I do what I can to make the best games that I can. But if I jokingly said, sign me up for Amico Home, and then they signed me up, I'd make shovelware. Yeah, why not? I wouldn't spend more than a day on one game, though. That's my limit, because I gotta get back to my real work, But yeah, the answer is yes, I would. I would do it in the trolliest way possible. In the way that, like how South Park makes fun of being on Paramount Plus. Yeah, I do it like that. There we go. All right, so we're gonna adjust the scale on. Yeah, this is our iron sights. That is, the whole Amico thing is like bizarre to me, man. Like, to me, it looks like they did the app because they're going to get in trouble with their investors if they don't. That's what it looks like to me. It bums me out. So in Australia, you can't. Firearms are like hugely controlled, and you can't even get like airsoft guns, and that's airsoft guns are really fun. I really like when I lived in the States, I used to collect a lot of air rifles and air pistols, stuff that ran on CO2. And with a 22 with an air rifle, you can shoot real far with that, man. Like, you know, and it's a good hobby sport. The ammunition's cheap. It's great for competition with your mates, you know, target shooting, and you can't get them here. It's a real bummer. All right, we got some iron sights on this bad boy. Go. Yep, app and controller app. That is insane. Why are you gonna make someone have multiple phones to play your app? That's crazy, right? The whole Amico thing. Do you know what people can play without two phones, where they only need one, and then the games will actually be good? The Google Play Store. Just use a Google Play Store. They have, like, I'm assuming they have like PUBG and Call of Duty stuff on there. And guess what? Those games are good, and you don't need two phones. This is to satisfy investors and secure pre-orders. That makes sense. Favorite real pistol and rifle? I moved out of the States before I could get into real firearms. I always wanted to move from the air pistols and stuff and get into firearms, but I moved out of the States. I went to Australia, so I never got to get into real firearms, unfortunately. So I don't have a favorite. What's your favorite? Tell me yours. Mine is a 3.8 snub and an M16. Sick. 38 snub. Is this what we're looking at? Is that right? Proper? And you can. If I joined a gun club here, and I've been thinking about it for years. There's a gun club that's nearby. I help run an archery club. Oh shit! Did you just send me 20 bucks? Why'd you do that? Oh, thanks. I really appreciate that shit, man. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate that. That's really cool. M16. That's really cool. I really appreciate that. That's too much. That's insane. You should have bought yourself like a video game instead. Sick. Sick. Yeah, I was saying there's a gun club nearby, and if I joined them, then I can get a license and then start collecting guns. And then I'm kind of thinking about it. It's like, dude, I don't even have time to play video games. What makes me think I'm going to have time to go to the gun club? Because you have to go once a month once you sign up for it. So I've just been sort of sitting on that. For some reason, I have this delusion that one day I'll get ahead with my work, and then I can start doing stuff outside of work. Stupid delusion, I know. But I keep thinking that, you know, like, oh yeah, I'll get on top of my work, I'll get ahead, I'll join some of the, you know, some more stuff. And, yeah, you know, it's whatever. Because I help run an archery club, and I do archery training and whatnot. I really appreciate that, Painbow. Alright, we're going to extrude this bad boy. Extrude. I keep losing track of this thing here. Alright, we're making a fan here. People have been asking me for years to put, like, the Silver Falls soundtracks up, and people said they want to buy it, and I feel really weird about that. Like, I'm gonna put the soundtracks up for free. you know, for my games. But people are saying they want to buy it, and I don't want people to give me money for that. So I haven't. That's why I haven't uploaded the soundtracks for my games. I feel weird about it. I'm not getting the shape of this fan right. It's got to be like thicker. Like that, yeah. Oh no, I gotta do it like manually. Yeah. This is... Yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's getting it. But they gotta be... It's gotta function as a fan, though. You gotta turn it. You gotta turn it like that. There we go. I gotta shrink the middle part, too. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. This is so dumb. This is the dumbest thing. We still need... I need to figure out how to add, like, a tray, like Red Panda wanted. To... Oh, no. That's gotta taper that way. That's gotta go like that. Yeah. Like that. There we go. Alright. That's so stupid. What's your real job? How do you pay bills? This. I make video games and I sell them on the Switch. I'm gonna be putting stuff on the Steam. I was previously making games for 3DS and Wii U, so this is my full-time job, which is brutal because if you make a game that sucks and people really don't like, then you're not gonna make money. So, yeah, it's pretty stressful. It sucks, man. And you can't let that stress get to you. You just gotta keep doing what you're doing. Even if everyone says that your games suck and it's the worst thing in the world, I made my bed and I have to lie in it. I worked a lot of different jobs before, and I worked for people that really sucked. You know what managers is like. You always get managers that don't know anything, and then they're in charge of your life, basically. And I've had enough of that, man. I'm not interested in doing that anymore. I'm gonna turn that down if that's too much. What do we got? We got some Guardians of Metal Exterminators music, or... You know, let's put that on. Used to work corporate, I'll never go back. Yeah, you got it, man. You heard it. You said it. God, that environment sucks so bad. I can't... I really... Ugh. So yeah, I worked my ass off for years and years. I saved a bunch of money so I could do this job, and it's brutal, but I made my bed, so I have to lie in it. This is what I have to do, because I chose to do it. I wouldn't say it's the smartest decision I've ever made, deciding to make games full-time. But I chose to do it. Okay, so we go height division. Height division 3 and 3. Yeah, we can make a cross with this, right? We're gonna... Oops. I'm thinking about my shade here. 5, 0, 1, 5. But let me make my D-pad so we have a D-pad here. I don't believe you're role-playing in those clothes. Well, if you watch my channel, if you see my past videos, you can see I am, if you look at my face, you can see I'm stressed the F out, basically all the time. You can tell I don't get a lot of sleep, so... if I worked another job, I wouldn't have time to make games. This stuff is so demanding that you cannot do this part-time. But yeah, I would say my proof is if you look at my videos, you can see I am really stressed the F out. And that's... yeah, that's my proof. If I had a normal job, then I wouldn't have to be working so hard on games, but then I wouldn't get any games done, so... You know. Whatever. Oh, I should have made those bits stick. I think that's just enough to be annoying, those edges. Skull and D-pad. The Switch Pro controller D-pad is pretty meh. You know what? Good to see you, Toysfield. I think I'll agree with you. I'm not a big fan of the D-pad on the Switch. The Switch Pro. LARPing as a game dev. I've never done LARPing. I've never done it. I don't know. I don't know if I would be... I don't know if that's something for me. I don't know if I'd... I think I'd feel kind of uncomfortable LARPing. I think it's awesome for people that enjoy it. I think I'd feel weird. Yeah, this is ugly. I've seen some cursed stuff. If you go to AliExpress and you look up game consoles, like I'll do it now, there's some real cursed stuff on there. Oops. AliExpress. This stuff is cursed. Handheld game console. Sort by price, low to high. That's cursed D-pad. That's no good. I'm gonna give that 1 out of 10. Come on, where's the real bad stuff? What the hell is that? That's pretty cursed. What do I have here? No, I'm the thing in the other room. There's some... You can scroll through here, man. This is like dumpster diving. This is... AliExpress can become your Pinterest. It kind of can, you know, because there's so much stuff in there. You lie to yourself in the mirror with those clothes. No. I think I lie to myself in terms of how satisfied and happy with my work. And I would say I think that's part of being a grown-up. I think that's when you're an adult. I think you live with lies like that just to cope. That's cursed. Dude, look how small those buttons are. Needs heated grips. Toyfield? I dig it. I dig it. So we got to get heaters on this thing. So here's the thing, right? We have cooling. We have a cooling fan up top, so we need grips. Oh, you know what? What if the D-pad was too loud? The little dips in the D-pad is so bad. Yeah. You know what we need? This has to be in. That has to be in. No component. There we go. Let's go ahead and extrude this. Okay. Oh, guys. That ain't good. Yep. That's real bad. You know what state I didn't get to spend enough time in that I really like is Tennessee. I've got family in Tennessee, and I got to spend time in Tennessee for the first time last year. That's a beautiful place. The people are really wonderful. It's a beautiful state. Also, the roads are nice to drive on. I'd like to spend more time in Tennessee. I don't even know. Oh, look how it's got to be low. Yeah, there's no reason why it'd be so low. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. So we got heated. How are we gonna heat these? How are we gonna heat the handles? We got to put vents in them. Heat vents. I'm kind of thinking off to the side right here, right? So here's what we're gonna do. One and one. I'm just gonna do something like this. Something like that. We gotta have heat vents. Yep, that is one heat vent right there. 2 and 3. And I'm wondering if I can hit the mirror button on this, and we will mirror it. Off to the other side. Sick. Okay. Alright, we're going to save myself a little bit of time here. We're going to merge these, right? Mesh. We're going to combine. Mesh. mesh, combine. All right, and we're going to use the Boolean tool. We're going to difference. All right, we got heat vents. It's got to go in more. I'm seeing it now. Let's bring it in. World. Okay. It's going to be a little uneven. We're going to push it in like that. Yeah. Heat vents. Nice. I really like that suggestion. Okay. Mesh, booleans, difference. Mesh. Mesh, difference. Yeah, we got heat vents on the side. Nice. I really like that suggestion. That's good. And here's the thing, right? You don't get to turn on only the fan or the heat vents. This controller, it's all or nothing. So you either turn on the fan and then the heat comes on with it, or nothing at all. That's all you get. The vents can be where your hands go, so you feel the maximum heat, absolutely. Can you add a little sauce holder for French fries? Yeah, obviously. I'm not an amateur, all right? I know the value of sauce and French fries. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking it's got to be close, right? So here's the thing. You're a fool if you think that you go forward for sauce. You're a fool. I'm gonna draw a line in the sand here. The sauce is closer to you. You have the French fries. You bring the French fry towards you, and you dip with the sauce. You do not go forward to dip. That is a fool's errand. So the sauce dipper, the sauce holder is going to be in here. Let's go ahead and make, all right, 20 cap divisions. That's going to be 2. All right, what did I make? Where is it? It's a little bit, I started out too small. Radius. Shoot. That was my mistake. All right. Jerrel, do you do acting in school, or are you self-taught? I'm very impressed. I don't know. What do you mean? I'm not doing anything to impress anyone. I did do theater in school, but it's not like they teach you acting. They put you there because they don't want to have to deal with you in your other classes and you're an annoying teenager. That's why they put you in theater. And they just let you have fun and do whatever. So there we go. Let's see here. I only got to do 1 year of theater because a little embarrassing. I kind of sucked in some of my classes, and I was a little bit of a troublemaker in school, so I didn't do the best with grades, so I didn't get to do a lot of the extracurricular stuff. So I was a little bit of a troublemaker, and I fought a lot with the teachers, and I was a bit of a pain. So I do feel bad about that. Sometimes I think about, geez, that was a bad teenager. So I didn't get to do a lot of the elective stuff, but on my last year of high school, I got to do theater, which was fun. All right, let's go ahead. Do you do community theater? You'd be great at it. I appreciate that. I did community theater 1 year, and then I got hit in the head by a lady I was acting on stage with, and then I got a concussion, and I said, well, I'm not doing that again, so I don't do that. I'm not doing community theater again. Something I learned is that if you get hit in the head doing something, you know, you got to consider whether it's worth it or not. Okay, so this is for sauce. That is a sauce dipper. But I mean, like, we're not going to be ridiculous about it, right? We're going to be logical. It's got to be a little smaller, and it has to be at an angle as well. I think it'd be really bad if it was at an angle. So there's a chance that If it's viscous, then it's gonna dip and pour out. It needs a little divider. Oh! Nice. Nice. Well done. For an uneven... Okay. 5. Okay. Cube in there. Let me just check my phone. I think I'm gonna grab lunch pretty shortly here. Okay. Sorry, I bumped the mic there. I made a coffee, didn't even drink it, man. Has that stool been in frame the whole stream? Shit. If you're fruity, the guidance counselor sticks you in drama. I think the guidance counselor stuck me in drama because they didn't care about finding me a cooler. I wanted to do like metal shop, and I didn't get to do that. Bummer. I wanted to make cool stuff. I try not to talk a lot about stuff that I did as a teenager, because it's kind of you know, troublemaker, dangerous stuff. I made a lot of dangerous stuff, and I try to not do that in case like I have a niece or nephew that watches like a video that I make, and then they hear about stuff that I did as a teenager and some dangerous stuff, and then they might want to copy something that I did. So I leave that stuff in the past. I don't really talk about it that much. This is great. This is great here. All right, we have a little divider for our sauce. Let's go ahead and combine these things. On a future live stream, can we help modify a picture of a Canadian gamer? What's a Canadian gamer? Is that a meme or something? So I'm really bad at memes because I'm bad at the internet. I don't know that much about like internet culture and stuff. I'm really bad at that. So when I was 15, I developed a 5 TW laser in order to set mosquitoes in my backyard. I mean, it's going to be hypocritical if I start talking about stuff now, but you know, like, I don't want to talk about the stuff that I've made in case one of my nephews watches my video. So I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, this is. Hold on, I'll let you guys pick. Do you want the sauce there, or do you want it there? Let me know where you want the sauce holder. Okay, so we got to get some analog sticks in here. I'm taking a little bit too long to make analog sticks. I'm actually going to duplicate this guy and turn it into an analog stick. Canadian game. Who is that? Canadian. Is it a YouTuber? Canadian gamer. YouTuber. Is this? I don't. Isn't that PewPewPie? That's PewPewPie, isn't it? That's not. I know who PewPewPie is. I don't know who a Canadian gamer is. This guy. I don't know who that is. What does he do? Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, new rants and reviews each week. I'm not really into the rant channels. Let's see here. We're gonna go to the edge. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I can't take credit for the sauce dipper. It really was all you guys. Oh, he's an ex-friend. Okay. Let's see. World. We're gonna go component. You know what analog sticks suck are the ones that are like hard and then they sort of drop down in the middle. So I'm kind of thinking of a little something like this. Oh, guys! Oh, that's cursed! Look, it's got a pointy bit in the middle. Yeah! That is cursed. Hell yeah. Alright. I got a little bit excited there because I accidentally did something really stupid. That is dumb. That's really dumb. I'm digging it. Sweet. Right. We have our analog sticks. He wants to be on Jerrel's dong. I don't do that kind of stuff on the internet. I don't know what that's all about. Let's see. The thumbsticks with the little orbs, dots, which kind of look like polka dots, are terrible. What you mean along the edges? I bought something because my PS4 controllers, they get really like dusty, the analog sticks, and then your hands just kind of slide off them. So I bought these caps to go on the PS4. They had dots in them, and they sucked. So I think I know what you're talking about. How do you figure out the price for on your shovelware? I don't make shovelware. But again, if I made stuff for the Amico, 100%, you know I'll be shoveling stuff out left and right. I'd do that. I gotta get a bad spot for the second one. Here we go, a little something like this. Imagine clicking down on that thumbstick. Yeah. This is hard plastic. It's a little bit rubbery, but only along the very edge, and then it's hard plastic in the middle. All right, guys, you know what we need? Third analog stick in the middle. Nice. We gotta get some color. We gotta start putting color on here so we can sort of see the elements better, you know? Cursed. Hell yeah. I think the analog sticks are actually a little too big, so let's go ahead and... I'm just going to randomly reduce the size of them, I think. Right? No, I think that's fine. That's really rotten. That is rotten. Let's see. Someone's got a comment. I can't read the name that's behind... You see the heart there? I can't read that. I make Silver Falls games at different prices. Some games take me way longer to make. They can take more than a year. And then other games, you know, I can make in about 4 or 5 months. We got it. Obviously, that doesn't make sense. So let's go ahead and get a cube in there. And I'll just shape it like that. There's gotta, like, yeah, gears and motors, obviously. You gotta have space for that there. Okay, let's go ahead and extrude this. Mesh, extrude, here we go. Oh, okay. That's good enough. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, so let's get a third analog stick in the middle, somewhere like that. Okay. We gotta get. There's not enough buttons on here, is what I'm seeing. God, you know what'd be great? Just thought of it. Second D-pad. We haven't done the shoulder buttons yet. What are some ideas for the shoulder buttons? Do we want, like, call out some shapes or something? We gotta do something for the shoulder buttons. Yeah, it's gonna be at an angle like that. I'll save this as an FBX. I'll put it online if anyone wants it. How do you calculate the pricing on your premium gaming experiences? Not real good. Apparently, I'm bad at pricing my own stuff. I often hear, you know, well, not often, but sometimes you'll hear from people that say, like, oh, your games are too expensive. And then it's kind of like, I'll put them on sale more often then, you know. This is a steering wheel. I want everybody to understand this. This is a steering wheel. How do I make this more steering wheel like? See, I'm clicking that. It's selecting the whole thing when I really want just the edge. sort of see here. I'm gonna leave the wheel then. I'm just gonna leave that for now. We gotta have some buttons down here as well, so let's go ahead. I'm just gonna grab these pieces of candy here. Yep, we're gonna have a button there. How do you hold that? You need a friend. Hey, Michael Newsom, good to see you. Shoulder buttons. The GameCube shoulder buttons are contoured to fit your fingers, so make your shoulder buttons the same, but make them rotate at 180 degrees, so the contouring is facing vertically. Yeah, rock on, man. Rock on. Alright, so we really need to bring those... We need to bring the shoulders down a bit, right? The answer is there's no way to hold this. I think you need a friend to help with that. The real Bob Newman. In general, the games that I've made in the past are basically for people my age. The sort of the messaging that's in my games in terms of, like, I'm just talking about, like, my games are... They're not really setting out to be video games. They're just... You're following people. Just people. You're hanging out with people who are just living their lives. They're kind of dealing with stuff that, you know, can be difficult and sucky. It's a lot about processing, losing loved ones has been a major theme in the Silver Falls games. And you get to follow these characters as you see people who manage to process it in a way where they can keep living their lives, and then you follow characters who don't do a good job of that, and you can see what effect that has on their lives. And that's basically what the Silver Falls games have been about mostly, and it's really meant for people around my age that would sort of, they're probably dealing with something similar in their lives, and that's about it. How did you select PK to sell your shovelware? So we're just online buddies, the same as everyone else. I'm respectful to everybody. I don't really care if someone says, you know, something really negative to me or whatnot. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm gonna treat everyone with respect. So I should have turned on mirroring on that. I messed up. Let me go ahead and undo. Hopefully you can go back far enough. Yeah, and PK played my games. I didn't. In general, I don't reach out to people. People just find my games and they let me know whether or not they like them. And that's it. And he liked my games. So, let's see here. We gotta make some real ugly vertical shoulders. Here we go. All right. You got me. I'm out of focus. I'm losing focus here. I'm gonna manual focus on the webcam. I don't know why it's doing that. Focus here. How many times does the rainbow pride flag appear in your games? It doesn't appear. There are no flags in my games. I'm not into the whole the whole woke thing. I've got no interest in that. I don't really care about the woke thing. I've got one game where the main character is a gay married man, and if you don't like it, that's totally fine, you know? That's just what the story is. And it's really a story about him just living his life. And it's got nothing to do with agendas or anything like that. There's all kinds of different characters in my games, all kinds of different races, and it's just, I just want to tell different stories. I want to tell good stories, and that's what it is. It's not about the character demanding gay rights. It's not about him, you know, oh, I'm here and I'm queer, get used to it. It's just him just wanting to live his life, and that's it. Because you know what? The world's got all kinds of different people in it. We're all different. You guys are all different from me. I'm different from you. But that doesn't mean we can't respect each other. And look, we all, I mean, I'm assuming we all like video games. And that's something really cool that we can at least, you know, that's something we can at least get along with. You know, some of us are into hunting, camping, shooting, archery, all kinds of stuff. And to me, it's just the coolest thing in the world that we can just talk to each other on the internet so easily and just talk about stuff that we like. I think that's really, really awesome. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to contour this thing, man. You kind of painted me into a corner here. Have you had people pushing you for representation? No, and if they did, I'm going to be honest, my answer would be, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me to represent anything in my game. My games are what I want. Don't tell me what to do. And that's my answer. Is the gay dude a top or a bottom? Doesn't specify because they don't discuss that, because that's not important. That has, all that stuff has nothing to do with the story. That's just part of who he is, but it's the least important part of who he is. So it's never brought up. They don't discuss that sort of stuff. How do I... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna contour it. Ooh. Man, you got me on this one because this is gonna be tough. All right, I'm gonna believe in myself here. I'm gonna remember what a GameCube controller looks like. Here's the thing, I'm gonna contour it, right? First, the good way, and then I'm going to rotate it. There we go, that's the trick. Okay, what time is it here? I'm gonna wrap up the stream here pretty soon, guys. I'm gonna grab some lunch. So, but I'll put this, we'll just finish this really quick here. We'll put some triggers on it. I respect your stance and hope you never have to face that dilemma. You know what, man? I really appreciate that. That's really cool of you to say that. That's you know, I appreciate that. And it's, you know, I don't treat anyone special. I don't treat anyone better than anyone else because I don't think that's right. And if somebody told me to represent something that I don't care about in my stories, too bad. Make your own thing. Okay. Extrude. Why am I so bad at... It's in the same spot every time. I don't know why I'm so bad at finding it. Oh! Oh, that's ugly. Oh, you guys! Look at the sharp edge on the triggers. Yes! Yes! Oh, you could feel how sharp those are. Oh, yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. I got really excited about how bad that is. This was a good recommendation. God, that's bad. Vegemite toast? I hate Vegemite. I don't like it. It's... Ugh. I think most Aussies like Vegemite. Not for me. Are those analog triggers? Yeah. Sadly, these are analog triggers. I'm not going to smoothen the edges. This is what they are. So, you wanted them tapered. You guys wanted these tapered, but vertical. So here we go. Let me go ahead and put them in position. Ooh. Does the controller have AA batteries? Yes. No. It uses 2 AA's and 1 AAA. So you have to have 2 different batteries for this. And there's no option to recharge it. Oh, guys, come on. Look at the triggers. And then, like you said, it's going to be vertical. Oh, God, this is bad. Hold on. I'm going to have to taper the other edge so it makes sense. Is this a chunky or skinny controller? It's chunky. It's way lighter than it's supposed to be, though. That's the thing. Those triggers are triggering me so much. I can't take responsibility. I believe in taking responsibility for your actions, right? I'm not taking responsibility for this because you guys wanted this controller. You wanted these triggers. So I'm not taking the blame for this. I'm just following orders, guys. I messed up something bad there. I think I gotta go through here. Okay. I gotta rotate them. These are so pointy. Oh man, you're gonna be sick. All right, here we go. Rotating them. This is bad. This is really bad. So they have the groove. They're tapered like you want it. We're gonna slap on a couple more buttons and then we're calling it done. Here we go. So I'll duplicate that and then we'll make a skinnier one next to it, like this. Oh no, this is bad. Okay, I will have. No. It's gonna be worse if the outer one, the one that's farther away, is the skinnier one. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Okay, this is it, guys. Let's go ahead and mirror this. Mesh. Mirror. Mirror. This is our friend. Let me go ahead and just quickly duplicate these buttons here. We're gonna make them real small. Like that. Something like that. Oh, this gives that Mad Catz energy. We're gonna leave some room for turbo buttons. I'm feeling it. Hold on, no. It'll be easier if we just mirror this. Hold on. Mesh and mirror. Okay, cool. Alright, guys. Here we go. We're done. This is it. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for helping me build this. I'm going to put the model online. You'll be able to... Power glove. Maybe we can design a glove next time. What's the controller for? It's just for fun. We're pretending like it's going to be used for the Nintendo Switch. So this is our... Now make it a real controller. This is for sauce, if anyone missed it. You got 2 sections for... Look, it's got all the buttons you need. It's got the triggers. You know what? No, I'm not done yet. I am not done yet. We're gonna dupe that. Hold on. Oh. Object. Reset. World. Object world. Ah, there we go. That's it. We did it, everyone. Good job, everyone. Alright, this stream has been a ton of fun. Thanks, everyone. I'm gonna go grab some lunch now. There we go. That's it. Nice. Good stream. Hey, Bob Newbin, Michael Newsome, Red Panda, Albo. Take it easy, you guys. It's good to hang out, good to chat. It was great shooting the breeze with you guys. Take it easy. I'm going to put the model up online for free download if anyone wants it. I might add like a can if you want. I'm going to grab some lunch. Thanks, everyone. Take care. I'm going to drink my cold coffee first. That was fun. I appreciate you guys. Take care of yourselves.